Hi guys, welcome back to my channel where I'll be doing another video in the K visa series. Today I'll be talking about what are RFEs and how to address them, right? Again, I am not an immigrant attorney. I'm just sharing my insight, my experience, right? Again, I have not really encountered an RFE thus far in my journey, but I can also provide insight as to how you want to avoid those things in any phase of your journey, right? So RFEs are really requests for evidence. That's what they stand for. So those can occur at the beginning of your visa journey, in the middle, or even at the adjustment of status stage, right? So for my K visa applicants, it could even start at the beginning when you're submitting your petition to USCIS and they need further evidence in order to make a decision on your case, right? It can happen at the interview level where, you know, you have your documents, but then you missed out something really crucial in order for them to approve, you know, your visa, right? It can also happen at the AOS stage where you're submitting your documents and all that, but you're missing a crucial piece of evidence that they can use to further review the application, right? So examples of RFEs are like, say you missed out on the proof of relationship. You did not submit enough proof of relationship. So that could be like you didn't submit enough pictures, things that you and the petitioner have in common, like you acquire together. Like in the case of K visas, you didn't submit enough pictures together, bank statements, things you guys acquired together, right? So not enough evidence like that, or missing financial documents, like you didn't submit your affidavit of support, any financial supporting evidence like W-2s, you know, a myriad of things, right? So the first step in addressing the RFE is you need to carefully read the request to understand what specific info or documents USCIS needs from you, right? You need to carefully read and make sure that you understand what it is they need from you, right? The next thing is you need to note the deadlines for submitting the evidence between 30 to 90 days. So you don't want to really delay it any further. The more you delay, the longer it takes for your case to be looked at and to be approved, and you go on your merry way, right? Number 3 is you want to gather that requested evidence and clearly label the documents to match the items requested in the RFE. So you want to make sure that you organize that evidence, that piece of evidence or document, whatever they need from you. Make sure that you label it, you organize it in a document, so that when you're sending it off and they get it, you know, it's understood, it's easy to read, it's clear, right? You don't want to delay your case any further, no matter what stage you're at. Another thing is you need to double check for accuracy and completeness, right? Before you submit it off, make sure that it doesn't have no errors or anything like that. Just double check. It won't hurt. It won't take a second to just double check, right? Another thing is you want to make a photocopy and make sure you have like a folder for all the records, right? Something to look back on, so that, all right, if anything goes wrong, at least you have a copy of it, right? Next thing is, once you mail off that response, you want to include the request for notice in that packet, right? So whatever they sent you, whether it was through mail or email, make sure that you print it out and put it in that packet, right? So that they understand, all right, it's you it's coming from. Because again, they deal with millions of cases a year. You want to make sure that they remember that, okay, that's you, it's your case number, blah, 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 right? So they're not confused at the end of the day. So make sure that you address the packet or the envelope with the actual address that USCIS put into that request for evidence notice, right? So make sure once you're reading it and you see the address, that's the same address that you need to mail it back to, right? So you want to use a reliable mailing method. So whether it's FedEx, USPS, you know, make sure that you use a reliable mailing method. Another thing is follow up. check that it has been delivered. You want to regularly check your case status on the USCIS website using the receipt number. And again, I will provide the link to the website below, right? So in the case where it is at the interview level, and you, like say you're in Jamaica, right? And you have a request for evidence. You would want to put that evidence in the envelope or packet. Make sure that it's addressed to the embassy, the drop-off center, right? And make sure that everything adds up to what is stated in the request for evidence, right? So you will mail it off to the drop-off center along with the passport, because normally they give you back the passport along with that request for evidence paper, that notice paper that you'll get. Make sure that you have all that's gathered together and you send it off to the drop-off center, and then you will just follow up, email at a certain time interval. You will just estimate, right? Probably within a week or two you start emailing it, and you know, check on your case to see if they have gotten it and they have reviewed it and all that. So the onus is on you to really follow up and make sure that, you know, they have gotten that thing. But all in all, guys, I would say try your best not to get an RFE at any stage of the journey. Try to make sure that you just do your research, make sure that you gather all the evidence, right? Because if you miss out one piece of key evidence, then the longer delay that your case may experience, right? So you don't want that at all. Just make sure that you get all the documents together. Make sure that you come prepared. That's all I can say. So that is it, guys. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to my channel. Post your questions below if you have any difficulties understanding what's going on with this part of the journey. I'm more than happy to help. So I will see you guys in the next video, right? Bye.